Some people like a challenge. Me, I like to make bad decisions. So naturally, today I am going to beat Elden Ring and all of its great tune bosses while only leveling Arcane.
Okay, let's go.
Choosing the Vagabond class, I started my run like any other run I do, by fisting Rick, Soldier of God.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
Impressed by my fisting, a random lady gave me a horse, and with my new ride, I went for a small gathering journey. With my early setup complete, it was time for Margello, the hairy guy.
Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
The weapon I was using was Reduvia. Its Ash of War is mainly a ranged attack, but if used up close, it counts as a physical hit as well. Using this combo, I took down Margit very easily.
Let's go! First try, let's go.
Although I defeated Margit in the first try, I felt like I needed even more power. So I killed Patches,
I am the only bald guy here now.
got Golden Vow, picked up Somber 1 and 2, and bullied a tree for Opaline Bubble Tea. Time for the first Great Tune boss of this run, Godric, the Gunner.
I am the Lord of all that is golden.
Godric is a fairly scripted fight. He has like 5 moves, and each of them is there to stall the fight instead of actually dealing damage. I kept my distance from him, and thanks to Reduvia's Ash of War, I got the Dragon Sim Godric in the first try as well.
First try, easy. Bro, stop talking, you talk too much. Come on. Give me your stuff. Nice.
Brimming with way too much confidence, I marched straight into Radhan, the so-called strongest demigod. Armed with the Arcane Seal, some dragon incantations, and my trusty +5 Reduvia, I was ready for the Radhan festival. The plan was very simple. Bait him into doing that lunge,
Exactly.
spray him with garlic bread, and watch him slowly die, with me occasionally shooting blood from my head. It's not cheese, it's tactical gameplay.
Anyway, fifth try, but it was easy. One of the best scenes in gaming history. Just shows how powerful Radhan actually was.
Keeping on with the tactical gameplay, I collected Poison Mist and took on DTS. Although it took me 15 minutes to kill him, it was clearly worth it. I wanted to try something different, so I slapped Gilika for Ritual Sword, collected my balls, and got Craigblade to put on them. I also defeated the hardest boss in this game, myself, to death, and got Black Widblade so that I can put Occult Affinity on my balls. Time to make Bolt Free choke on my balls. Occult Affinity scales with Arcane, so naturally my balls were doing a shit ton of damage. With the most expensive boss of this game defeated, it was time for the ugliest boss, Morgoth. I collected the Scythe and the Spinning Ash of War to use the Beyblade strat, patent pending. Just let me cook. Boom!
That's a lot of damage!
When he transitions into the second phase, I used the classic rot breath and runaway strat to slowly watch him die.
GG's. Oh no. Hey, easy. Too easy, man. Just too easy.
Impressed by my Beyblade tactic, Malenia gave me Rolled Medallion. This gave me access to Somber Bale Bearing 3, Normal Bale Bearing 3, Seppuku Ash of War, and the most infamous arcane weapon of all time, Rivers of Blood. Before facing the fire giant, I wanted to achieve max bleed user status by defeating Moog. So I completed Vare's questline for entry in Moog's palace, collected the white mask, and Moog's shadow. It was now time for the man, the myth,
It's
the
time for
Moog.
you to sleep. Oh no. Nice. Let's go. One cycle Moog. $15 levels. Nice.
As the new Lord of Blood, I decided to take on the fire giant to establish my dominance. The plan was very simple. Use Beyblade strat to melt the health bar in the first phase and rot him in the second.
Okay, let me just go. Hiya! Nice. That was cinematic.
My happiness would not last long though, as Malenia sacrificed herself to burn the Earth Tree.
You shall burn. The one who walks.
Feeling like John Wick, I decided everything is Godskin Duo's fault. So I made some sleeping balls and made them choke on my long and pointy stick.
What did he say?
Let's go! Scythe OP.
Now it was time for the goodest boy, Malekith. His first phase was fairly easy as he can be bled, but his second phase became an issue. It took me a couple of tries before figuring out how to dodge his second phase moves without using Blasphemous Claw. And with a sprinkle of luck, I defeated Malekith without taking a single hit, proving luck beats skill. With the Rune of Death unbound, it was time to face Gideon, the all-shitting. I decided to finally use the double pole jumping strat, defeating Gideon in the second try.
Not everyone gets a speech.
With Gideon out of the way, it was time for me to face Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
Long and hard. What do you mean by that?
Godfrey is my favorite boss of all time. You can actually see how Serath held him back and how brutal he was as Horalu. I knew I could not take any chances, so I went back to my trusty balls as I wanted him to stagger in the second stage of the fight.
Tarnished. Thy strength befits a crown.
With approval from Godfrey, I was ready to become the Elden Lord myself, but I wanted the best ending. For that, I did the Rani quest line and defeated Cosmic NLB. I wanted to impress Rani even more. So first, I took down her mother with my poles and decided her brother was next. On my way to Raikard, I faced a fatty whom I defeated easily with some DD mist. Time to face the snake guy. For the first phase, I used the bucklered block spam R1 trick, and for the second phase, I used the staggered trick to beat Raikard kinda easily. Acquiring the ring and putting my best attire, it was finally time for me to pop the question. At this point, only two runes were remaining, Mending Rune and Malenia Rune. Beating the twin gargoyles, I took a magical coffin taxi to Deeproot Depths. There, I engaged in the most entertaining boss fight ever. Wanna see? Giving Fia the curse mark of death gave me access to Lich Dragon Fortisans. I decided to go for fast hitting jump attacks against him, and beating him rewarded me with the Mending Rune. Now it was time for the boss I have been dreading to face, Malenia.
Blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
Yeah, I know.
And I have to come clean for this one. It took me around 70 tries to beat her. I tried every method and almost every weapon. Only Reduvia and Eleonora's Troll Blade actually came close. Out of them, I wanted to use the pole, as I haven't used that against any major boss as a standalone weapon. And after 12 hours of trying and raging, this happened.
Oh, finally, yes! Oh my god, my mic was off. I'm using the controller, my mic was off. Oh my god. Oh. It took me more than like 70 tries to finally get her down. Oh. Such a tough weapon to use. The animation is so long. Oh, freezing pots, thank you.
With Malenia down and nobody left to challenge me, it was time to claim my lordship. I decided to take my balls out for one last spin. And to be honest, watching Radagon choke on my balls gave me immense pleasure. Time for Elden Beast. I knew I had to stagger him as soon as possible, otherwise he would have flown away. Luckily, I got the stagger and he went down soon after.
Let's go! Finally! Finally! Whew. Yes!
The battle is over, I see.
Yes.
I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars. 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we?
Yes.
My
I can never say no.
consort eternal.
Thank you everyone for watching. Please comment which stat run should I do next. And see you on the next one, guys.